What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another installment of a blue light kind of night, y'all. We're under the blue lights. How y'all doing out there, man? Hopefully everybody doing all right. Hopefully you in good spirits, and hopefully you taking care of your business, man. Y'all in the gym? Are you in the gym? If not, go to the gym. Okay, go to the gym. Start eating right. Go ahead on and start right now. I know you saying you going tomorrow, but start right now, because tomorrow don't never come for some people. Okay, so go and start right now. So if y'all paying attention to the channel, I did a video of a woman who she lied about her child existing. The police, they was asking her questions because they got a tip that her son was missing and that her son was unalive. She lied to the police, and to make a long story short, they found her son in a trash can in her garage. This is part 2 of the video that I did, and I made y'all mad with that first video, and I'm about to make you mad again. So this is the follow-up to that video. So please like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into the video, y'all. This is the follow-up. Blue light, y'all.
You were pissed off that the officers were here, and then
I didn't know who it was because I thought it was this girl that found my number again, because nobody has my number. So I thought it was her harassing me again. That's why I told the officer last night.
Who did you text? And
I thought it was Tony.
Because we have the whole text thread between you two right after the officers left.
It's pretty personal to each other too. Like, you guys very well know each other.
But I thought
it's talking about somebody's daughter. It's talking about it's going back.
Because people are shitty. They say crap about your kids for what?
But you guys know each other. It's not a random just I'm texting a stranger getting mad. It's you two know each other.
You know what? People come after me all the time, and these are the same people I lend my hand to. I've paid for lawyers for people. I've helped people do things. So people envy you all the time. What can you do about it?
At this point, detectives knew that they would not be getting a straight answer from her, so they decided to arrest her on fraud charges. And Sushi was not happy about that.
What have I done?
You just admitted to fraud.
So now you're gonna railroad me on fraud?
Railroad you what? We're trying to figure out where your kid is. You're saying that he doesn't exist.
My kid. So now you're trying to railroad me.
Railroad you what? You did this to yourself.
Your officer just said he didn't. I didn't get any benefits though. I didn't file any IRS returns.
You're in possession of false documentation, and you already said that you signed up and have them for financial aid.
But I didn't. That's what I told you.
The police then searched the 4-bedroom house extensively, going from room to room. And when they got to the garage is when they made the horrific discovery. When investigators opened the lid of the metal trash can sitting in the garage, they found the decomposed and partially burned body of 10-year-old Zion. He was wearing nothing but Spider-Man pajama bottoms. The coroner determined he had died from a gunshot wound to the head, likely suffered in December 2022, which means that he had been dead for 8 months before he was found. The preliminary results showed the death was considered suspicious and not natural, but the coroner could not tell whether the boy had pulled the trigger himself or someone else had done it.
The Rock Island County coroner says the 10-year-old boy who was found dead inside a trash can was shot to death. The body of Zion Staples was discovered on July 26th, but investigators say he most likely died back in December. His mother, Sushi Staples, has not been charged with his death, but has been charged with concealment of a death, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child.
The news of Zion's death shook everyone in the community.
10-year-old Zion Staples found dead in a garbage can in his mother's garage on Wednesday. A neighbor in disbelief.
I've lost sleep over it, and I've prayed a lot.
According to court documents, Zion had been dead at the Rock Island home since December.
It's unbelievable that could be across the street and that something like that could have happened to a little boy.
Deb lived across the street. She did not want to be on camera.
I have to believe that she has done some extra measures to cover up that smell. Otherwise, nobody could have stood that.
The question that was in everyone's mind was why it took so long for anyone to notice that a little boy was missing.
I had a dead raccoon in my backyard, and we put it in a garbage can and in a garbage bag, and then put it in a garbage can, and I couldn't even stand the smell waiting for garbage day. So I can't imagine that with the wind directions that nobody would smell that. And where was the school? And where was his family? Nobody seemed to come over there and question it.
The family seemed to go on with their lives as normal.
I just can't fathom, after having 11 grandkids, that anybody could do something like that. Or nobody. Being a grandparent, I would notice that one of my grandkids was missing.
Neighbors who had just recently moved into the neighborhood said that the family appeared to be a normal Christian family. And now, knowing what was in the garage about 30 feet from their new home, the neighbors said it was a bit worrying and kind of scary. Now, here's the thing. It turns out that the DCFS had received several concerns about Zion's welfare months earlier, but did not follow it up. The anonymous woman who called in the tip to the police said that she had called DCFS around January after Sushi made the strange statement that Christmas would never be the same again. Nothing was done. The woman said that she called several more times over the next few months, with her last call being in July 2023. At that point, DCFS told her to go to the police and request a welfare check, and that's how the police ended up finding Zion's body. Sushi was charged with 4 felonies, including concealment of a body, obstruction of justice, and failure to report the death of a child. She was held on a $500,000 bail at the Rock Island County Jail. During the preliminary hearing on August 31st, 2023, the lead detective on the case testified how Sushi had initially denied having a son named Zion, even after they found his birth certificate and social security card.
Ms. Staples was presented with the birth certificate and claimed initially she purchased it fraudulently and was using it to receive illegal government benefits.
The other 4 kids in the house had also initially denied having knowledge of Zion. However, in a second interview, they told investigators that Zion had been playing with a handgun and accidentally shot himself.
Gave the story that ZS was playing with a handgun and accidentally shot himself.
At that point in time, they admitted knowing that their sibling had passed away.
Yes.
Sushi also confessed to hiding the boy's body in a plastic bin in the basement after the boy died on December 21st, and then moving it later to the home's garage because she didn't want her other 4 children to locate him in the basement. She claimed that she had been keeping him there until she could afford a funeral.
The child was discovered in the trash can itself. Was the child in a bag, or how was the child visually seen?
With a pair of Spider-Man pants on, and that was it.
So in a trash can, no bag, correct?
Correct.
The detective also talked about how Sushi had used dryer sheets and air fresheners to mask the decomposition smell. After hearing the hearing, the judge found probable cause in the case, and Sushi requested a jury trial. But before the trial, Sushi took a deal and pleaded guilty to endangering the life or health of a child.
A Salmon woman charged in relation with the death of her 10-year-old son has taken a plea agreement. 38-year-old Sushi Staples pleaded guilty this morning to endangering the life or health of a child. She is now facing anywhere from 2 to 10 years in prison. In exchange, other charges against her were dropped. Officials ruled the gunshot wound to her son's head was accidental.
During the sentencing hearing, Sushi appeared emotional as she asked for forgiveness, saying that she had failed everyone.
I realize, Your Honor, my actions failed my children, my family, my community, my co-workers, and all who truly know me. I am sorry for my actions and any hurt and embarrassment this has caused.
She told the judge that she always tried to do the right thing.
I should have done more, and I should have made the right decision, but I just don't know what happened. I am not a criminal. I am not a monster. I am just a mother who have tried over and over again, no matter how many times I fall, to get up and do the right thing again.
The prosecution had asked the judge to sentence her to prison while her lawyer asked for probation. Ultimately, the judge ruled in favor of prison and sentenced her to 2 years. She was given credit for the 204 days that she had already served in the county jail.
There needs to be an incentive for people who own guns to buy trigger locks or have safes or store these weapons where no children or other people with mental health issues can access them.
After completing her sentence, she will serve 6 months of mandatory supervised release. Additionally, due to her anxiety disorder, the judge recommended that she be placed in a mental health facility. Now, some people would say that this is a slap on the wrist, considering all the crimes she had committed while trying to avoid accountability for her son's death. But Sushi felt that 2 years was still too much time and wrote to the judge asking to take back her guilty plea and have her sentence reduced. She said that she is a first-time felon who has learned her lesson and she should be given probation and not sent to prison or a mental health facility. She later withdrew the motion and is currently held in the Logan Correctional Center. Her projected parole date is on July 26, 2024. What do you think?
Now listen, y'all. If you ever wanted to know what evil looked like, there you go. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. Hold on one second, y'all. It's right there, y'all. That's what evil looked like right there. Right there. Like, first of all, like, you lied about having a son. And then she did it. She lied, like, with a straight face. And then, like, put some conviction behind it, too. So, you lied about having a son. You lied about having documents with his name on it. So they searched and looked and found the birth certificate. You lied about like everything, and then the boy's remains were in the house with the other 4 kids. They were in the house. They were in your garage. You put them in the garage. And you say you was going to keep them there until you could have a funeral. How? You lied about them even existing. If it wasn't for, I believe it was the father's girlfriend or something. That's what they said in the first video. That's what she said. The father's girlfriend or whatever keep on bothering her and all that. So if it wasn't for her, then nobody would have ever knew that your son is in the garage in a trash can. And then they sentenced her to 2 years. 2 years, y'all. She had 4 charges. They dropped 3 of them. Did a deal for 2 years. And she said 2 years was too much time. Two years is too much time for you concealing the body of your unalive child. And then the story goes that he accidentally shot himself. I'm going to be honest. I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. But he had been deceased for like 8 months. So it's like there's no way to even tell. But now it's like the case is over. Like you got 2 years, and that's too much time. Ladies and gentlemen, that's what evil looks like right there on the screen. Your own child. And you told them all those lies and didn't feel no way about it. You said he didn't even exist. Listen, y'all, like, I say it a lot. I say this a lot, y'all. If it's not caught on tape, you wouldn't even believe half of these stories. Because it's unfathomable. Like, for real, like, this is your kid. It's ridiculous, man. It's ridiculous. Your job was to protect him. You did the opposite, because I'm not buying that story about he accidentally shot himself. I'm not buying that. Because if you can look those people in the face and you can lie and like say he was like a neighborhood kid, that's what she said. If you go back to the first video, y'all, she said he's a neighborhood. He was one of the neighborhood kids that so happens just to come to her house or whatever. That's what you said about your son. He's a random kid in the neighborhood. And listen, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna end this video right here, y'all. But like I said, that's evil right there. If you ever wanted to know what it looked like, there it is right there. Y'all be careful out there. Be safe. Keep your people close, man. All the good parents out there, hug your kids. Tell them you love them. All that, you know? Because man, it's getting real grimy out here. Real rough, real rugged. This is crazy. These stories get worse and worse, man. That's it for me, y'all. As always, please like, comment, subscribe. And I'm out, y'all. But be safe out there. Watch yourself. Watch yourself and watch people too. Because as you can see, it's people out there who absolutely don't care. And will say any and everything to protect themselves. This is crazy. I'm out, y'all. Blue light.